Hello, Leo, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Leo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking in each other's direction and or moving forward. So with all that being said, Leo, let's get started. What's the overall energy for this connection? So we do have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So you could very well be meeting someone new very soon that's very different from what you're accustomed to dealing with, but in a really good way, not in a bad way, in a really, really good way. Of course, you could already be connecting with this person already. This could also indicate that you're connecting with somebody who looks at you as somebody who's very different from what they're accustomed to dealing with, but in a really good way, like I said. But Leo, let's see what's going on. We're going to focus on you first and we'll jump over to your person. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Leo currently view this relationship? All right, Leo. So we do have the 5 of Wands, we do have the 10 of Pentacles, and then we also have the 6 of Cups. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Wands. Okay. In regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, you know, I'm gonna be honest, for the vast majority of you this might resonate, vice versa, but for the sake of the reading I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is you. But currently at the moment, there is somebody that I do see you connecting with. Now the two of you could have been dealing with one another, you know, for quite some time now, especially with the 6 of Cups to 10 of Pentacles. So this could definitely be somebody who has been a part of your life for quite some time now. You guys do come off to me as, you know, two people who basically have a very normal relationship. I think that you guys have your good moments, and I also think that you guys you know, definitely do have your bad moments with one another. I think that there's times where this person drives you borderline insane, but you still love them and you still care about them. I think that there's times where you might even perceive this person that you're currently with as somebody who's like crazy, but despite the fact that you might think, I guess, that this person's crazy, again, you still love them, you still care about them, you still can't quite picture nor fathom your life without this individual in your life. So yeah, all right, cool. But it kind of looks like you guys are going strong, you know. I mean, despite the fact that you guys might have your bad moments, and I keep getting that you look at this person like they're kind of crazy, you still love them, you still care about them, you still want to be with them. How does this person currently view? Okay, so you're dealing with this Empress over here. Huh. I mean, between you and I think that this feminine energy that you find yourself connecting with, I think this person does have a little bit of a crazy side. I wouldn't say that they're full-blown crazy or anything like that, but I think that, you know, yeah, I do think that this feminine energy that you find yourself connecting with, they do kind of slightly, you know, have, you know, a crazy side. But for the most part, I will say you definitely know how to pick them. This person's showing up as an Empress to the High Priestess. That's pretty impressive. An Empress is basically all of the queens in one. They're basically considered to be the total package. And the fact that this person's showing up as a High Priestess too, I think it's safe to say that this is somebody who has definitely exceeded your expectations, my friend. They've exceeded your expectations. They fit everything that you're essentially looking for within a person and then some. Like, this person possesses certain things that you didn't even think you wanted within a woman or within a man, but they got it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do feel like this person, you know, they do kind of have a little bit of a crazy side. They might threaten your life, you know, every now and then, but it gets the blood flowing, you know what I mean? And like I said, I mean, even though you might think that this person's crazy, which they do kind of have a little bit of a crazy side, you absolutely love it. So then there's that, you know. You probably sleep with one eye open, don't you? All right, how does Leo currently feel? Okay. You guys could very well be married to one another. If you guys are not married, this is just somebody that you feel deep down inside you're going to be spending the rest of your life with / growing old with. But for the vast majority of you, yeah, you might already be married, you know, to this individual. But if you're not married to them, not only am I getting that this is somebody that you can totally see yourself, you know, spending the rest of your life with, you know, a lot of you could very well be feeling like it's time, you know what I mean, to take things a step further. So you might be thinking about proposing, you know, very soon. I am definitely getting that. Okay, let's keep going. How does this person currently feel? Let's see. Ooh, this person doesn't trust you. This person does not. Mm, okay. Hold on. Hmm. The first thing, because right when I was talking, I like got interrupted. Like, see, that's their crazy side. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well, homie, listen, I think it's safe to say, no, this person does not freaking trust you as far as they can throw you, homie. Okay. You may have had to deal with this person, which is funny because now I'm thinking about some video that I saw last night on TikTok, where there was this guy that he was like recording like himself in his car. And he was like, babe, look, I'm gonna go to the mall real quick, but I just want to show you that there's nobody in my car, okay, babe? There's nobody in my car. And this man, this man literally fucking recorded the passenger seat, the back seat. He even went as far as to fucking record the trunk to show her in the video that there is nobody in the trunk. Sorry, my dog is playing with his toy. Daddy. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this person, I don't know. Maybe this person makes you do that, Leo. Maybe this person makes you like, record, your vehicle, you know what I mean? Just to make sure nobody's in it, and then send it to them. I don't know, possibly. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that this person doesn't trust you. I think it's safe to say they don't trust you. I think it's safe to say that, this is somebody who feels like they have to basically watch you like a hawk. I do want to look at the Five of Swords to the Ten of Swords really quickly here. Tell me more about the Five of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Okay. For those of you who are resonating with this feminine energy to the right of me, it's just something to just be cautiously aware of and take with you as you proceed forward within this dynamic here, okay? It's pretty evident to me that you're connecting with somebody that you don't necessarily trust entirely. It's also very evident to me that you find yourself constantly thinking, that this person's out to get you. They don't have your best interest at heart. They're probably cheating on you as we speak. Now, here's the only thing that I am really concerned about when it comes down to this mentality that you have towards this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. There may come a point in time, not saying that this is going to happen, but this is just kind of what Spirit wants you to just be consciously aware of so you're not making this mistake in the future. But there might come a point in time where you might legit start to really think and believe, like, this person's probably playing me and I'm probably never going to find out because they're so good at hiding things. Well, let me just say something really quickly here. This person to the left of me is showing up as a masculine energy. So masculine energies suck at hiding things. They can't hide anything. Like, if their life depended on hiding something, they would be fucking screwed. So you basically got that in your favor. If you ever find yourself thinking that this person is up to no good and they are hiding something from you, but they're just quote unquote really good at hiding it, it's not because they're good at hiding anything. It's just they don't have anything to hide. You see what I mean? But anyways, so what you need to be worried and concerned about moving forward anyways is this mentality that you have of you constantly thinking that this person's doing something behind your back or entertaining another chick, entertaining another dude, whatever have you, right? It might get so bad to the point where you might start to legit believe that that's what's occurring, and you might fall into this mindset of, you know what? They're probably out here doing X, Y, and Z, so you know what? I might as well just go do it myself. That's what Spirit wants you to be consciously aware of, is that you might fall so deeply into this belief of yours and this mentality of yours that you might take it upon yourself to turn around and do what you think they're actually out here committing and or doing, when in all actuality, they're not doing any of those things that you think they're doing. Does that make sense? And the reason why I even bothered to clarify that is because we do have the Five of Swords to the Ten of Swords. So that's kind of telling me that this relationship, it could potentially come to an end. Not because this person did anything, not because this person said anything, but because you did something to bring the relationship to an end. And this screams deception to me. Okay. So that's pretty much the only reason why I wanted to even clarify it to begin with, because yeah, there's a possibility this relationship could come to an end because you think they're out here playing you. So you're like, screw it. I might as well go out there and play them as well. And then you end up getting caught. And then there goes the relationship. So, it's just something to be aware of. It's just something to basically be aware of, Okay. hold on. If my dog will let me work today. He's like literally laying in my lap. So let's see. So yeah, just because you think that this person's out here playing you doesn't necessarily mean that they are. You know what I mean? If this is you, what I recommend is that you challenge your own thoughts. Don't sit there and believe every intrusive thought that you get, okay? You need to turn around and challenge your thoughts. So if you think that this person is messing around with whatever person you think they're messing around with, instead of you sitting there and just instantly, believing that intrusive thought, do your own digging and investigation. Act as if you work for the FBI, honey. You know what I mean? Get down to the bottom of the truth so you can see for yourself nothing's going on. You know what I mean? But if you don't do that and you sit with this like belief that, yeah, they're probably doing this with said person, so screw it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this with said person, you could potentially put yourself in that predicament to lose a really good thing based off of something that's not even happening. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Because I don't see this relationship, I'm going to be very honest, I don't see this relationship coming to an end because of the person to the right of me. I think that if this relationship were to ever come to an end, it would be because of the person to the left of me. I'm sorry, to the right of me, but it's going to be because of something that they do on their end. And it feels like what I said. It feels like, this person to the right of me thinks this person to the left of me is doing something. So therefore, they're going to take actions into their own hands to essentially play this person to the left of me because that's what this person thinks this person over here is out here doing. And then they end up ruining the marriage or the relationship that they share with this person to the left of me. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles to the Judgment card. A lot of you might be under, if this is you, a lot of you might be under the impression that this person is the way that they are because of things that they've experienced in previous relationships. And that's a possibility, but that's not my concern here. Honestly, that's not my concern. Granted, yes, this person could have been through, hell and back in every relationship they've been in prior to essentially meeting you. And there's a possibility that, yeah, this is why they are the way that they are, but that is not my concern here. My concern is that they're going to legit turn around and believe that you're out here doing something that you're not doing. And then they take it upon themselves to go out there and do whatever they think you're out here doing. And then boom, there goes the marriage. There goes the relationship. You know what I mean? That's what I'm worried about. Let's keep going. Hold on, honey. Sorry, it's that my dog is like, he just wants to be babied today. Okay, can you just, all right, why don't you just sit next to me? Okay? Okay, he's chilling. All right, I think we could do this. All right. What actions? Okay. He's just like feeling really needy. He just needs to be near us. Oh, see, I knew it. I knew it. I'm just like, when is the Devil going to come out at this point? We have the Ace of Swords to the Devil to the Moon. This person needs to read this book that's called Outwitting the Devil. They need to read that book. Basically, the book is about a guy having an interview basically with the devil, and the devil basically reveals all his secrets. And I can never say this word correctly because I'm Puerto Rican and sometimes my words in English, it does not come out correctly. But the devil reveals his tactic. I'm not going to say it again. You know what I meant to say. Against us, basically. I would say, honestly, that's the scary part, you know what I mean, about this entire ordeal here, is that this person that you're connecting with, Leo, they legit believe you're out here creeping. Like, they legit believe it. They legit believe it. They believe it. And that's the thing, right? Is that we have the moon out here, and the moon, it does, represent illusion. It represents not seeing things clearly, which they're not. It's kind of like the epitome of somebody choosing to think, unicorns are real. You could sit there and think unicorns are real all you want. It doesn't necessarily mean that they actually are real. And that's the thing with this person, is that, like, they think that you're out here creeping. They think that you're out here doing X, Y, and Z. God only knows what they honestly think you're out here doing. I think that it does have a lot to do with you being deceptive in some way, shape, or form. But anyways, the point that I'm making is that this person thinks that you're out here doing all of these things that you're not doing. And it could, not saying that it will, but it could influence this person to go out here and do the things that they think that you're doing that you're not actually doing. But that's exactly what the devil wants, though. That's the thing. And that's why I was just like, when is the devil going to come out at this point? We live in a spiritual world. You guys are both spiritually based people, so this is not going to go over your head when I say this. The devil doesn't like unity between two people. He does not. When he sees two people attempt to become one, his main mission is to try to prevent that from happening. Now, in this case, y'all have already become one at this point in time, okay? I'm pretty sure you guys faced a lot of challenges when you guys were even attempting to become one with one another. But now that you guys have officially become one with one another, his main mission and goal is to separate the two of you, to destroy what it is that you guys have essentially built with one another thus far. That is his main mission and goal. And if he could get into this person's head and convince this person that you're the bad guy, you're actually out here cheating on them as we speak, and it turns around and influences this person to go out here and do the very things they think you're doing, is because I think the devil knows very, very well that if this person were to ever cheat on you, that will be a fucking deal breaker for you. You will not take this person back after that. And that's exactly what this person's being influenced to do. Go out there and cheat because, Leo's cheating. So you might as well fucking go cheat yourself. Like, do it. They're out here cheating. So are you going to just sit there and just let this person cheat on you? Or are you going to cheat back, This person needs to read that book, Outwitting the Devil, because I think that they would find themselves resonating with a lot of things that they find themselves experiencing within this dynamic that they share with you. When the hell does the devil ever influence us to do anything good? Never. Not never. 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 So, yeah. And that's the thing, right? Is that we got the devil out here and then the tower is out here. And these two cards are actually linked to one another. So every time you see the devil, you're going to eventually see the tower, vice versa. I think that the devil is trying to basically influence this person to go out there and cheat because, you're supposedly out here cheating. So they might as well just be out here cheating too. Because, why are they going to sit there and just let you be out here cheating and they're just, being faithful and loyal to you? That just doesn't even sound right. That doesn't even sound fair. You know what I mean? So they might as well go out there and cheat on you too. But the thing is that the reason why the devil is influencing them as hard as they are is because the devil knows that once this person messes up and goes out there and does what they think that you're doing, that you're not doing, by the way, it's going to cause them to lose everything. It's going to cause them to lose somebody who's serious about them, somebody who's invested in them, somebody who would literally do anything for them, somebody who truly, truly loves them and wants them. It will cause them to lose everything that they've essentially built with you. And that's exactly what the devil wants. The devil wants this person to lose everything that they've been able to build and establish with you. They want this person to go and be single and alone, and they want you to go and be single and alone, because when you're single and alone, you're a much easier target for the devil. When you are single and alone, it's kind of hard for the devil to, not that he won't try, because he's going to try, but it's very hard for the devil to mess with you when you got somebody by your side. So there could have been many times, for example, where this person could have found themselves thinking, well, I just think that you out here doing X, Y, and Z, and then you talk them down from that nube, from that cloud, and then they're good. You know what I mean? And then they realize, I was overthinking things back there. Thanks, babe. Thanks for, getting me out of that dark place. You know what I mean? But this is kind of why, people become a harder target when they have somebody by their side to talk them out of that negative headspace. But when you're single and alone and you don't have anybody by your side to talk you out of that negative headspace, you just become an easier target that way. You know what I mean? So then there's that. But yeah, I think that this person needs to read that book. I think this person needs to read that book because I think that it'll put a lot of things into perspective for them. Like I said, the book is called Outwitting the Devil. So with keep an open mind, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Sure, this could have a lot to do with this person's past, but this is Spirit's way of saying, hey, like, even though you've dealt with a lot of bad guys, even though you've dealt with a lot of, women who didn't necessarily have your best interests at heart, just know that this one over here, This one over here is just very, very different, and just accept that already. You know what I mean? Um, I think that this person, but can I just say something between you and I? I think that this person has been right about a lot of people that they came into contact with. I will say that. I'll give them that. I think that this person has been right about a lot of people that they came into contact with. There could have been many dudes that they were dealing with, or chicks, whatever have you, that they were dealing with prior to meeting you that they knew weren't good for them. You know what I mean? And it turned out that, yeah, that person was not good for them. But in this particular case, I'm going to go ahead and say this person's wrong about you. I cannot sit here and agree with this negative narrative they created in their mind about you, especially when I'm looking at you and your energy. I don't see deception within it. I don't see you pining after someone with ill intentions. You see what I mean? So I can't really agree with this negative narrative that they're creating in their mind, about you. I can't agree with it, because then I would be lying to this person. But yeah, I mean, to me, I feel like this is an easy fix. I think that this person needs to read that book, because I feel like once they read that book, it'll really open this person's eyes and get this person to realize, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, because we live in a spiritual world. It is what it is. Like, so yeah, this is what the devil does. Like, if the devil is either going to try to mess with you, or the devil's going to try to mess with them. And in this case, it kind of looks like they're choosing them to essentially mess with. Let's mess with this feminine energy over here. Let's plant a bunch of doubt within this feminine energy. Let's throw a bunch of intrusive thoughts in their direction, in hopes, fingers crossed, right, that they'll do something to ruin the relationship. So, yeah, then there's that. Now, what's gonna end up happening here? Okay. Oh my God. All right. So here's the thing. All right. Let's keep going. I thought we were done, but I guess not. So like I said, the devil's going to try to influence this person to go out here and do exactly what they think you're doing, because, why should they be faithful and loyal to you when you're probably out here cheating on them anyways, right? But I feel like what's stopping this person has a lot to do with them not having the concrete evidence to sit here and say, yeah, nah, Leo's out here committing this crime. Boom, here's the receipts, right? And I think that's what's what's preventing them. So what the devil's going to try to do next to this feminine energy is send someone into their life. Yes, someone into their life, okay? This person's going to be attractive. They're going to be very, very charming. Very persuasive. I am definitely getting that as well. They're going to be very, very much so single. I'm also getting that as well. This to me just kind of feels like the devil sending this particular person to their life to tempt them. Let me just be very clear when I say this. I don't think this King of Wands is going to care that they're married to you or in a relationship with you. I'm just telling you. I don't think that this person's going to care. To be completely honest, they're a King of Wands like energy, for crying out loud, okay? A King of Wands is somebody who just wants to be single and free. They don't have any sort of intentions of, settling down. A King of Wands is also very, very prone to sleeping with married women, sleeping with married men, sleeping with women that are in a relationship, or sleeping with men that are in a relationship. They're very much so prone to it. And it's primarily because it brings that sense of thrill and excitement, into the equation, into this King of Wands life, because this King of Wands thrives. A King of Wands is somebody who thrives off of thrill, excitement. You know what I mean? So, yeah, basically. Now it's up to this person on what they decide to do about it. Obviously, they're definitely being advised not to, but I think that, they're going to keep getting, tested, I would say, by the devil over and over and over and over and over again, until they realize what's going on. They just need to be constantly aware of what's going on, and just accept the fact that they live in a spiritual world and the devil is a real thing. You know what I mean? And this is what happens. You know what I mean? The devil is going to tempt everybody. It's going to tempt you, them, me, the dog down the road, the cat down the road. Like, we're all going to get tempted. You know what I mean? We're all going to get tempted. The question is, are you going to fall for that or not? Because if you do fall for it, expect expect for something bad to come out of it. You know what I mean? And in this case, you know, if they do fall for this test from the devil, they're going to end up losing everything that they've essentially built with you for somebody who doesn't even want to be with them. You see what I mean? You see how the devil works? You know what I mean? Because the devil ain't sending a man or a woman into their life to be their knight in shining armor, or to rescue them, or to go off and build and establish a life with them. No. Like, the devil's sending someone into this person's life that has no interest of building or establishing a life with them. They're just here to tempt them. They're just here to have a good old time with them, nothing more and nothing less. And if they fall for this temptation, it could cause this person to lose the very person that loves them. You. So then there's that. You know what I mean? You see that, you know, it's like, this is just how the devil works. Unfortunately, you guys, this person does need to read that book for sure. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.